Here with women's basketball head coach John Haskins previewing Wednesday's matchup against Francis Marion in Florence, South Carolina. 5:30 doubleheader starting with the women in the Smith University Center. Coach, let's talk about your most recent performance on Saturday against Montevallo. Big win for you. You kept the momentum going. Talk about the things that you did well in that game and what you took from that game.
I thought we were solid at times. I thought our defense, for the most part, was pretty good. We had some breakdowns early where we gave up some offensive rebounds in the first half that led to second chance opportunities. And then I thought late in the game we fouled a couple times. Little tic-tac fouls, and then we allowed them to get to the basket a little bit. But for the most part, our defense was solid. Offensively, I thought we played pretty well. We made some shots. We struggled a little bit down the stretch. I think we were up 16 with 6.5 minutes left, and struggled a little bit offensively down the stretch to close it out. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good performance.
Let's talk about your momentum right now since coming back from the Christmas break, 3-1, 2 seconds away from being 4-0 since the Christmas break. Let's talk about the change of momentum now. Obviously, before the break, you said you gained a little bit of momentum with those last couple of games. But talk about the confidence that your team's playing with right now.
Well, we're playing better. I think we're playing better offensively, making some shots. We had, a 4-game losing streak before Christmas where we scored in the mid-40s every time, and it's tough to beat anybody when you score in the mid-40s. I think, number one, we're scoring a little bit better. And then number two, I think our defense has picked up a little bit. Girls are playing really hard defensively and buying in. I told them we've held the last 4 opponents under 50 points. So, if you can hold opponents under 50 points, I think you got a pretty good chance when it comes down to it.
Let's talk about a pretty good Francis Marion squad on Wednesday, right ahead of you in the PBC East standings. The importance of this game, especially as you look to the future and some little bit tougher games coming up on your schedule as well.
Well, sure. I think every game is important, and particularly against the East, as there's a number of teams going to be battling out for that, particularly probably that 3rd and 4th spot in the conference tournament. Jay Sparks has done a great job, did a great job down at Columbus State, and does a good job at Francis Marion. So they're well coached. Very athletic team. They're fairly young, but they're a very athletic team. They're creating 24 turnovers a game, which is a concern. We've got to take care of the basketball. And they've got kids that can kind of space you out, and a lot of kids that can drive it and shoot it a little bit. They don't have a true post presence inside, but they've got a lot of kids that can play a little bit inside and out. So we've got our work cut out for us.
Here with men's basketball head coach Ben Miller, previewing Wednesday evening's matchup in Florence, South Carolina against Francis Marion. 5:30 start for the women, 7:30 for the men. Coach, obviously you guys keep winning, 14-1 now, still off to your best start in school history. Talk about your team right now. I know I ask you about confidence every time we do an interview like this, but again, the confidence keeps building. Go on to beat a really good Montevallo squad. Talk about your team and where they are right now.
Here's a big win on the road. They're tough to come by. Guys played well defensively, rebounded well against a big, strong physical team in Montevallo, so felt good about both those areas, and fortunately a couple shots went in too.
Right, a team leading the league in rebounding margin. Montevallo out-rebounding opponents by 8.5 a game. I know you've prided this team since you've been here on the rebounding column. What did it feel like or what did you say to your team about the rebounding edge at the end of the game?
It was great. I mean, we haven't, I wouldn't say that's been a huge strength for this team yet, but it's got to continue to improve if we're going to be a team trying to compete for a championship down the stretch. That's something that all championship teams do: defend, rebound, and share the ball on offense.
Now let's talk about this. I asked you this on the phone, so I want to give a chance for you to talk in front of the fans. 100th career win for you, 6+ seasons at UNCP. Obviously, this team, when you came in, you took it over and have built this team up. But what does it mean to you to get your 100th career win? I mean, I know most coaches will say it just means I'm getting old, but what does it personally mean to you, 100 career wins now in just your 7th season at UNCP?
It's a good question. I mean, it's neat, but I honestly haven't really thought about it a lot, because this time of year you're always preparing for the next game. We felt really good about the win, and it was, getting 100th win on the road. Tough opponent like Montevallo was special, but if it was 99, it would have been a special win too. So, just appreciate all the current, former players that are part of that, the staff that's helped give us those opportunities. So hopefully we'll keep getting a few more.
Now you've had 2 winning streaks this year, one 7-game winning streak, and now you're on another 7-game winning streak now. Obviously, a 14-1 record, 2 7-game winning streaks has to be attributed to your leadership on your team.
Yeah.
Talk about the leadership on this year's team. Obviously, pretty strong for you.
Yeah, last year Griff and Ben was their first year as captains, as juniors, and that load had fallen on Shamel, George, KJ the year before. So last year was an adjustment year, and I think it showed sometimes late games. But this year, I really feel like they've stepped up, along with Quamaine and Brandon, a couple other guys that are 4-year guys. And with some other guys like James McGee, he's kind of an unsung leader of the team, that kind of the captain of that scout team. And we got great senior leadership, a really strong junior class as well. But it makes coaching a heck of a lot easier.
Now let's talk about a Francis Marion club that's 8-7 overall, still looking for their first win in Peach Belt Conference action this year. But usually those are the teams that you have to look out for the most.
Well, if you look at their conference games, they've all been a possession or two. I mean, they've been in every game. They're very talented, well coached. It's going to be a tough ball game on the road. They got a very good team. Got to see them a little bit last night. They had a win Monday against Virginia Lynchburg out of conference, but got some veterans and some really good newcomers, junior college and freshmen. So it's going to be a tough Peach Belt game.